Hi everyone, it's me, Sally, aka Stellar Tarot Magic, and we're gonna do tarot today for the full moon in Virgo. So I have a new computer, so let me know if this is working correctly because I'm seeing something funky on my end. Yeah, so working out kinks. And I have a new monitor with a built-in camera, but it looks funky. So you tell me if it looks funky to you. All right. So anyway, we're gonna we're gonna continue. Okay. So a full moon in Virgo. Let's talk about those themes for a second. So I will be honest. I'm not like an expert when it comes to astrology. Like I have a very basic understanding of the signs. So I got myself this book because there's always room to learn more, and it's called the Astrological Self-Care Journal. And it finds cosmic guidance and insight to take care of you. So they split up all the full moons, all the new moons under what sign that they land under. So I looked at for the Virgo full moon, it says opportunities include perceiving how mind, body, and spirit are woven together for healing, seeing differences as well as similarities. And then challenges can include confusing service with sacrifice. So that really piqued my interest because I feel like many of us lead to burnout. So I decided to call this, in what area of your life do you need boundaries? So that is going to be the question that we ask for all the signs. And also, so Virgo, based on my understanding of the sign, is very much an earth sign with a feminine energy and connected in, again, being giving and being very intuitive. And I'll be honest, I'm not as familiar with Virgo traits as I am other signs. So that's why I reference this book. And I feel like I'm also going to use that for my own full moon ritual to see how it comes up in my life. Because in addition to me doing these readings for everybody on YouTube, I also do my own full moon spread for myself to see, what's working, what's not working, what do I need to improve on. And this is like a small preview what I give to my subscribers. Okay, so if you've never tuned in before, welcome. I will pull an oracle card and a tarot card of past, present, future. Where do the signs need boundaries? Okay, so I'll show you my tarot and oracle deck. So I'm using some decks that don't get much love, and I have so many decks. So I feel like, okay, this one, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be hard to shuffle, so bear with me. This one is the Realist Oracle. Do I have to sit closer for that to go away? No, that doesn't change anything. Okay, so the Realist Oracle. This is the deck that I'm using. I really like it, but it's hard for me to shuffle because the cards are big and my hands are small. And then the tarot deck I'm using is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And the reason why I'm using this is because I recently started rewatching. This is something I really loved. And my sister is even more obsessed with Buffy than I am. So there's very much something, female empowerment, like kicking ass and taking names. Like I was all about that. So okay. So what other announcements do I have? Oh, I have a brand new workshop that I am doing on Eventbrite. It is called the Healed Man Experience. So this workshop is specifically for men who would like to understand their inner workings more. And if you're not so much into the tarot, but or the woo, this is like an easy way to dip your toe in. So I have the link in the description of this video. It's free. I'm doing the workshops last for an hour. I'm doing it every Friday for the month of March. And yes, March 1st. I've done 2 so far. So the next one will be March 1st. And again, they're free, about an hour. They start at 12:30 Eastern time, and a really good way to get a preview of how you can heal in the metaphysical holistic sense. And with me as the speaker. You can tell I'm still trying to figure out how to promote that, but it's been going really well. I love doing it. I've been working on it for a while. Again, if you're interested at all, go check that out. And again, it's free. Okay. What else is new? Oh yeah, Street Fair season is around the corner. I put my schedule in the description of this video as well. And then the first event that's coming up is Cyclone Con at Centenary University in Hackettstown, Saturday, April 13th. It starts at 10 a.m. Again, if you're interested in going and you're local to New Jersey, Morris County area, the Eventbrite link is in the description of this video. I have to put this on my note. What's going on with this? Oh, maybe I need to fix something. All right. So if you are watch this video for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. So do your birth chart if you don't know what your other placements are. And if you are enjoying this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can call or text me. My number is 732-314-0777. And you can also DM me on Instagram. And again, the links are all in the description of this video. All right, so let's get into it. Kicking it off with Aries, and I will add the timestamps. Aries starts at 6:20. Okay, so when it comes to Aries, where do they need boundaries for this full moon in Virgo? Woo! I just made it stretching. We're gonna stretch my hand out today. All right, give me one oracle card for Aries. Where do they need boundaries? Awakened. Okay, so this is number 20, and I'm going to show these. Awakened. Okay, so if this is the card you're getting for needing boundaries, I feel like this is telling me that you're blocked. You're blocked from whatever it is you need to ascend, to raise your vibration. So if you are on any type of spiritual path, this is saying that you may need to separate yourself from your current life. So there are certain things you may need to keep to yourself because people may talk you out of it. People may say, "Oh, why are you doing that?" or "That's weird, that's funky." And let it be for you now, because it's very new. It's like that new relationship energy where, like, this is something really special to you, and if you tell somebody about it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, like, no, what are you doing?" So let this be for you, and let it be something that other people can't ruin. See, when I put the card, I feel like it goes away. What's up with that? Ugh, okay, I'm gonna try to ignore it. Okay. All right, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Ooh, that one popped out. That means it's going in. All right, past, present, future. In what area of their life does Aries need boundaries? And this is the past. King of Stakes reversed. Oh, we got Xander with the eye patch. Okay, King of Stakes reversed. Okay, so this is telling me in the past other people have thrown you off your game. And again, this could be indirect or in your face. So basically, other people around you are trying to dim your light, is what I'm getting. And you may or may not be aware of this. And that may be why they're telling you, "Oh, that's a waste of time," or "Oh, that's a bunch of hooey." But if it's something that makes you feel good, keep doing it. Don't share, because certain people don't want to see you succeed, don't want to see you win, and there may be some jealous energy around you, is what I'm getting. Okay, so when it comes to the present, where does Aries need boundaries? Knight of Swords. Ooh. All right, Glory's on here. I'm having fun with these. All right, so Knight of Swords, again, I feel like there's somebody, Aries, there's somebody very close to you who feels threatened by you. And again, I feel like this is a friend or a colleague, and you're kind of getting the vibe like, why would this person wish ill upon me? And you're like evaluating the relationship and realizing that this could be a frenemy. This could be a two-faced person who like smiles in your face and stabs you in the back because they see you as competition. So you may get passive aggressive comments, backhanded compliments. Like if this person does any of these things, I feel like it's talking about this person. So they see you as the king of stakes, which is wands in this deck, but they use stakes because it's Buffy, and they're a knight, so that means they see you as above them, so they're gonna trying to bring you down to their level when you're trying to ascend and raise your vibration. So the harsh reality of a spiritual awakening is that we lose a lot of people in our life that don't see that we're trying to better ourselves and feel threatened by that, and they just kind of organically fall away, and you may be in the middle of this. And again, that's a big thing when it comes to boundaries. We really work on boundaries a lot when it comes to the spiritual awakening, and realize, who should I share, my business with, who actually, means well for me, who's trying to like bring me down, and so on and so forth. Okay, so when it comes to the future, where does Aries need boundaries? The magician, and we got a witchy willow right there. Perfect fit for that card. So this is telling me this is your path, this is your time, and not to be afraid of the people or the things that you lose, because you're going to gain so much more. So I feel like there's a lot of fear and attachment that you're holding on to, Aries, but on the other side there's so much more. And to have courage and to keep going, because this is a feeling that you've never had before, and you want to hold on to that, and that's not a bad thing. Okay, so that is the message for you, Aries, and you could take that with you for this full moon in Virgo. Good stuff. Okay. Then also, happy birthday, Pisces, because we are now in Pisces season. Happy birthday, Pisces. All right. Didn't want to forget that. Okay, so Taurus starts at 12:11. Okay, so when it comes to Taurus, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Taurus, where do they need boundaries when it comes to the full moon in Virgo, which is tonight? And I wanted to do this earlier, but life happens. Ooh, I put that. No, that keep shuffling, even though it's difficult. I keep shuffling. Oh no, this is. Okay, excuse me. Okay. All right. When it comes to Taurus, so where do they need boundaries? Whoop. One more shuffle. Bear with me, folks. All right, we've got one oracle card for Taurus. Where do they need boundaries? Boss up. Okay, so this is telling me that you may need boundaries at work. I don't want all these to be negative, but I gotta say what I'm getting. Again, what is this theme of feeling threatened? Okay, so I feel like there are people at work that feel threatened by you, Taurus, and this is saying to ignore the haters. And again, a similar message to Aries, but this is more focused on the workplace of keep your eyes on the prize. And other people may gossip about you or say this or try to make you feel some type of way, and it's just like you're doing everything right, and unfortunately that gives you negative tension because people can't do it like you do. And it's a dog eat world out there, dog eat dog world, because people want your shine, people want your spot, they want to take your position, and it's kind of like every man for himself energy of what you're doing at work, and like super competitive and not in a healthy way. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. And again, watch for your sun, moon, and rising. Okay, when it comes to Taurus, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Taurus, where do they need boundaries? And we can focus on this for the full moon and Virgo. Page of Stakes reversed. What is with this gossip energy? I don't like giving repetitive messages, but if that's what I'm getting. Okay, again, there's rumors going on around work, and you may have already heard about this, of basically people trying to find dirt on you. And it's like, your name is clean, your reputation is clean, but people are still trying to be like, oh no, nobody's perfect. Let's try to find dirt on this Taurus because they keep getting all this shine, they keep getting all this attention, and it's not fair. And instead of working on themselves, they want to bring you down. They want to, what is that? Mudslinging, like what they do in campaigns. Well, not that I wanted to get political, but you see that during election season of nobody's talking about the good that they're going to do. They're just saying that that person is worse. And that's the type of energy that you're getting at work. Again, you may or may not be aware of this. Okay. So what is the present energy on where Taurus needs boundaries? Okay, Nine of Sides. Nine of Sides, which is reversed. I'm still adjusting to this. There we go. Nine of Sides reversed, which is Swords. Okay, so this is telling me that you are aware of the whispers and the talking shit and the talking smack, and you're trying to not let it get to you, but it's challenging. And you understand you may have previously trusted these people, so now you're feeling more isolated. Maybe you're thinking about looking for a different job. Maybe you're thinking about getting a side gig, because I feel like this is not where you want to be, and there's some changes that need to be made. Maybe there is a superior that you can confide in and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Get advice from somebody that's in this situation. There are options for you. So don't feel like you're backed into a corner just because you're outnumbered. I came across on Facebook of all these different videos of like, if people are teaming up to bring you down, that means you're powerful. And I came across those videos. I remember being in the corporate office work life, and if you have a target on your back, it's not a fun place to be. And to have to deal with work and then this gossip on top, it can be very draining and stressful. So this is saying, like, take care of yourself as much as you can outside of work. Make sure you're eating healthy, exercising, and getting enough rest. And again, knowing that this is a challenging position to be in. Okay. All right. So for the future, where does Taurus need boundaries? The Empress. Okay, so basically everything I said is true. And here we got Drusilla. So, I mean, if y'all never watched Buffy before and you like vampires and shit, I suggest you watch it. Okay, so this is, and Taurus, you are a sign that embodies feminine energy, and this is Venus vibes. So this is telling me when you get through this situation, you're gonna level up, you're gonna ascend. So if you were thinking about going to a different job, or you end up getting that promotion, and then you just stick it to everybody and be like, haha, haters, you can't get me, like I'm untouchable. Like that's what I'm getting. It's like, oh, you tried to bring me down but it didn't work, haha, too bad, so sad. So good for you, Taurus, for rising up and being above the nonsense. Okay, I really like that for you. All right. Good start so far. Okay, so that is that is a message for you, Taurus. So you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. Okay, now Gemini is next. All right. And Gemini starts at 1915. If I was smart, I would write these down, but too late for that. You know, when I have this backdrop behind me, I can't really move. So this is where I'm at for the rest of the video. All right. When it comes to Gemini, where in their life do they need boundaries? Where in their life do they need boundaries? Where in their life does Gemini need boundaries? Outer strength. Outer strength. Okay. This is an interesting looking card. Okay. Number 8, inbox, rejection, no opportunity. Okay. So I feel, okay. I think I understand this now. Okay. So Gemini, where you need boundaries, this is telling me is going against the grain. What is, I feel like this is similar messages. So, okay. So the theme here is, okay, I'm getting two sides of this. All right. So the one theme is when one door closes, another door opens. So again, everybody needs to not tell about the good things happening. All right. So don't share anything until you've made a decision on what you're mulling over, Gemini. So basically, if you notice when you tell somebody, and again, I saw this in another Facebook video. If you notice when you tell somebody like something bad happened to you, so I'm just going off what I see on this card. It's like, oh, I didn't get the position, and people are like, oh, so sorry, but you feel like in the back, like they're kind of happy, like they're kind of happy that you failed, like they want you to be like miserable, like misery loves company. But then if you tell them, "Oh yeah, I got it," and they're like, "Oh, I'm so happy for you," and then they stop, and it's like they can only fake it for so long. So this is why I'm getting the vibe of don't share your thing until it's like said and done, because again, I feel like again this evil eye energy. So outer strength means don't seek the validation. Don't, because you are still trying to figure out like who is trustworthy, and I feel like you're in a new situation or new position. So you're still like feeling it out. You're still trying to work out the kinks. And, you know, for me, like when I'm at a new spot, I'm very like observe how people are, see where I fit in, see where I don't, and then make a move. And I feel like that's the type of situation that you're in right now, Gemini. And again, it could be personal, it could be professional. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Okay, where in their life does Gemini need boundaries? Where in their life does Gemini need boundaries? Give me 3 cards and we'll start with the past energy. Where in their life does Gemini need boundaries? Ah! Okay. Page of Pentacles. And I forget this girl's name, but she was one of the potential slayers. So this is telling me you're learning. So where you're at, and again, I'm getting more professional vibe, but even if it's personal, you're learning something new. You're challenging yourself. And when we're like in this position, in this phase, you kind of have to focus more time, focus more energy on this thing while you're learning. So again, this is saying like reduce distractions. So the boundaries could be screen time, could be, you know, are you binging shows, are you procrastinating? So this is about balancing, you know, work time versus rest, and really focusing on, you know, is how many hours are you gonna, you know, focus on this a week? Are you gonna also, you know, are you trying to improve yourself personally and professionally? Like, make sure that you have attainable goals that aren't going to overwhelm you, that you end up burning out, or you end up like retracting and being like, no, fuck this, I give up. So Page of Pentacles is saying you're on the right track. Just be mindful of how much time you're spending doing stuff. You know, are you like fucking around too much? Or are you too full? Are you overworking? Like, you know, check in with yourself and see, like, and again, the full moon is a perfect time to do that. Okay. So where does Gemini need boundaries in the present? King of Chalices. Okay, that's King of Cups. Oh, it's Giles at the magic shop. Okay, so King of Chalices is King of Cups. Okay, so basically what I said, in the present, you should be checking in with yourself. So how am I feeling? You know, where am I getting good vibes? You know, a really good thing to exercise when you're checking in with yourself is your intuition. Like, who am I drawn to? Who makes me feel good? Who doesn't? You know, I've been doing this really well. Like, when I have conversations with people, I sense like where I have sensations, like when I realize if I'm talking to somebody that makes me feel good, and then I'm talking to somebody else that makes me not feel so good. And then I take accountability. I'm like, is this something that I am causing, or is this something that I am just receiving? And it's really interesting to experiment with. And it takes time to like recognize, like, is this just me having a tummy ache because I had too much fries? Or is this actually something that I need to pay attention to on an emotional level? So I feel like that'll be a good thing to explore for you, Gemini, in the present. So in the future, and this emotional stuff will help you establish those boundaries and make it easier. Who do I share with? Who do I not share? Okay, so okay, so in the future, where does Gemini need boundaries? King of Stakes reversed. Okay, so I see this as advice for you, Gemini, of, you know that you've had a rough time getting to where you are, but don't let that make you bitter. So if there's somebody coming up who you were once in that spot of the Page of Pentacles learning, give them a hand. Like, make sure that you don't treat other people the way you were treated, especially in the negative sense. Like, I see, like, part of you is tempted to be like, oh, well, I never got help, so why should I help them? And that's not a good way to think. Pay it forward. Like, how did you want people to treat you in that space? And not to be so like competitive, because something is telling me that it would behoove you to help those if you can help them. And again, like, I'm not saying go way overboard and overextend yourself, but if there's a little tip here and there that you give somebody, why not? I mean, it's not going to hurt you, and I feel like it's going to put you in a better position. And then people remember when they helped you out, when you helped them out. So think about that. Think about how you can help somebody, you know, absorb knowledge, or, you know, in that apprentice position, and be like, hey, like, just a tip or whatever. It doesn't have to be something crazy or a lot, just, you know, tidbits here and there. And I feel like that'll go a long way for you. Okay. So that is the message for you, Gemini, and you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. All right, Cancer is next. All right, Cancer starts at 2810. All right, getting the hang of these oracle. Realist oracle. All right. All right. All right, when it comes to Cancer, where in their life do they need boundaries? When it comes to Cancer, where in their life do they need boundaries? You know, I notice, like, as soon as I do a reading, like, and after I say it, I totally forget like, what I just said. So I feel like that's like telling me, because it's channeled. Because it's like, I have no idea what I just said for the last line. All right, clean slate. Clean slate. All right, where does Cancer need boundaries? Build home. Okay, so I feel like Build home, Cancer. Okay, so the boundaries are physical. So I feel like you need your own space in order to do the things that you enjoy. So whether this is working out or watching, TV, or taking a salt bath or meditating, you need your own space and to make it look good. And that is going to help you level up and have your own, maybe you're going back to school and you want to study something, so then you carve out time. You're like, now when I'm in my space, your family members and loved ones know not to disturb you. And this is going to help you accomplish your goals, which is a huge Virgo theme. Accomplish your goals, getting things done, and feeling good about it. So, this is the physical boundaries. Close your door, put your phone on do not disturb. This is my time from 6 to 7. This is when I'm working on this. This is when I'm reading. And peace out, fam, because I got to get to work and the stuff on you want to do, your passion project. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. All right, Boofy. Boofy. Boofy deck, tell me what's up. Can you tell I like to entertain myself? Okay. All right, so when it comes to Cancer, where in their life do they need boundaries? Give me 3 cards. Give me 3 cards. I'm going to start with the past energy. Past energy, where does Cancer need boundaries? Damn, slapping those real loud. Woo. Okay. 5 of Pentacles reversed. Are those the? I feel like those are the goblins. Glory's goblins. The prophets. All right. 5 of Pentacles reversed. All right. So in the past, this is where Cancer needed boundaries. Oh. Okay. So I feel like Cancer, you learned a lesson. You learned a lesson in the past where you overshared. And you told people a lot of things, and maybe you trusted the wrong person, and you learned the lesson of, wow, I went to this person, I confided in them, and I needed to vent, and they used everything against me. And I feel like this was a lesson, and it was shitty in the moment, but it needed to happen because you needed to understand the reality of the relationship. And you may have felt in your intuition that this person wasn't 100% trustworthy, but you didn't know why. And you kind of tested them. And then it ended out worse than you expected, is what I'm getting. And I don't know if that's related to the oracle, but I see it as that as like that was your next step of like, you know what? Wherever you knew this person, I feel like this was part of you trying to separate, evolve, adapt, make a new life, and move on. Okay, depending on how close you were with this person. Okay, so when it comes to the present energy, where does Cancer need boundaries? 6 of chalices reversed, and this is the band candy with Giles and Joyce when they had their little rendezvous. Can you tell? I'm gonna do that for every card. This is fun. I should use this deck more often. Okay, 6 of chalices reversed. Again, I feel like this was an overshare of something that happened to you that was very personal, and then you put it out there and you got some positive feedback, but other negative. And I feel like this was a difficult position to put yourself in, but for the most part, it was good because this is part of your growth, and growth is uncomfortable. But don't have any regrets on who you decided to say things to, because when it comes to our hard, deep, and tough emotions, it's going to make people divisive. It's going to, affect people one way and others another. And that's okay. Like, this is how you find your people. And then you realize, okay, you're not my people, you are my people. And again, yeah, don't have any regrets of reactions or expectations, and just do you. Because I feel like you are benefiting from getting that stuff out there. Yeah, and this is helping your well-being. Okay, so when it comes to the future, Where does Cancer need boundaries? Again, like the theme of boundaries, again, here is physical, and just share what you'd like to share. But I feel like you're pushing your boundaries, which is good because you're putting yourself in uncomfortable positions to grow. So this is an interesting concept and perspective. Okay. Ooh, when Buffy kills Angel, 10 of sides. So for this is for Cancer's future and where they need boundaries. Okay, so I feel like you have set a foundation on how you deal with your past and your pain and your emotions. And you may be doing something very public about it. So this could be an artistic expression. This could be, talk therapy, and it's working very well for you. And again, your way of healing and everything may not be similar to a lot of people. This is unique way. And and I do believe that physical boundaries are part of it. Not so much boundaries with people, because you're very open, you're very transparent, you wear your heart on your sleeve, and again, that's not a bad thing. But other people may look at you and be like, wow, I can't do what that Cancer is doing. But that's your nature, and embrace that is what I'm getting. Okay. So that is the message for you, Cancer, and you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. Okay. All right, moving along. Leo is next. Leo is next. And don't forget to watch for your sun, moon, and rising. All right. My fingers are going to be sore after this. All right. Where in their life does Leo need boundaries? Where in their life does Leo need boundaries? Give me one oracle card for the full moon in Virgo. Where in their life does Leo need boundaries? No, you got another one. Another boss up. I shuffled, you heard me. Okay, Virgo. I mean, Leo. Leo for the full moon in Virgo. So boundaries are about your professional goals. So have boundaries about your professional goals. Not everybody is your friend. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. And I feel like that's such a shitty message to get, but it's the truth, and I cannot tell a lie. So take this as you're going places, because people wouldn't be mad at you if you weren't going places. All right, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Where in their life does Leo need boundaries? And I'm getting the work vibe, but we could get anything. We could get anything. All right, past energy. Where does Leo need boundaries? Woo! 5 of Pentacles. All right. All right, so the message I get with this is overspending. Chillax on the generosity. And this is in the past. So this could have been last year, where you're like, damn, you may have spent a lot of money on Christmas gifts. You may have spent a lot of money on friends and family. And it's like, slow your roll. The boundaries, meaning like you don't want people taking advantage of you or using you just for your gifts and your generosity. And yes, it's nice that you have the means, but like there needs to be some sort of balance. Remember, the Virgo theme is, service versus sacrifice. And some people, they need to pick themselves up by their own bootstraps. So make sure people aren't dependent on you, like always spotting them, especially if you hear things like, oh, I forgot my wallet, or oh, I'll pay you back next time. And like don't be that guy all the time. Don't be that person. is what I'm getting. And you may have already learned this and been past this, but this is what I'm getting. Okay, so for the present energy, where does Leo need boundaries? Woo! 5 of Sides reversed. Okay. And there's Buffy and her mom. Okay. So in the present, Leo, this is telling me, parental relationship. So boundaries could be with parentals. Okay. So they may feel when it comes to you, Leo, they may feel that they know best about certain decisions that you should make, and they may sway you in one direction or another, and they may have good intentions, but this is saying to follow your own path, because what worked for them may not necessarily work for you. Their time was their time, and this time is, very different. Circumstances are different, your desires are different, and just understand that. Let it go in one ear and out the other. And again, it doesn't need to be an argument, it doesn't need to be anything, but just observe, reflect, and keep it moving, is what I'm getting. And this doesn't need to be a conflict. And this is going to help you find your true purpose and path, because our parents' path is not ours. And this is part of the boss up energy. So maybe you do have a career that's different from your parents. So how can they give you advice if they've never been in your situation? So just keep that in mind. And again, it doesn't need to be a big dramatic blowout. It can just be something that you keep to yourself. This is about boundaries of like, thank you very much. Thank you for your input. And then that's that. Because now that this is coming up, let me explain something about boundaries. Boundaries doesn't mean, I don't want you in my life and I'm cutting you off. Boundaries are healthy barriers of, I share this much with you, but not this much, in order to keep the relationship healthy. So boundaries isn't always about, it's not about cutting people off. I mean, that could be a boundary, but usually it's to keep the relationship balanced and healthy. So I will give an example, since we're talking about parents. Once you get a certain age, you stop sharing certain things with your parents because you don't need permission. So this is an example of a boundary. And this is coming up for Leo. I have a Leo moon and rising. I'm feeling this. Okay, so for the future energy, where does Leo need boundaries? I was like, is her mom on this again? Okay. 7 of stakes, and it looks like Buffy looking at Buffy. Okay. Ooh. So in the future, Leo, do you need boundaries with yourself? Do you have negative self-talk of, you're a piece of shit, keep doing this, you don't deserve that, why are you doing that? Oh, so boundaries is also about being kind to yourself, because the negative self-talk, that's not you. And you wanna love yourself, and you just don't know how. Ooh, this one got super specific for Leo. Okay. So where you need boundaries for yourself is the self-talk, and check in with yourself. Another check in here for the full moon of Virgo of, why am I sacrificing myself, and why am I pushing myself to do these things? And question, where is this coming from? And I have a feeling it has something to do with this. Oh, wow. What a full story. Okay. Not much more to say there. Woo, that was a juicy one for Leo. All right. So that is the message for you, Leo. And you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. Whoop. Oh, that was specific. All right, moving on. Virgo. It's Virgo time. Virgo's time for the Virgo full moon. Virgo starts at 44:05. Okay. When it comes to Virgo, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Virgo, where do they need boundaries? Give me one oracle card. When it comes to Virgo, where do they need boundaries? Oh, what is this repeating? repeating. Well, yo, I'm shuffling this. All right. Virgo, you got the same oracle card as Gemini, but y'all are both ruled by Mercury, so there's got to be something to that. So if you also have Gemini placements, watch the Gemini one. Okay, so outer strength. Virgo, this is where you need boundaries. And it's a different message. It's a different message. Stop trying to help everyone. Stop trying to help everyone. And stop trying to save people from their own karma. Oh, they made their own bed. Let them make it. They made their own bed, so let them lie in it. Oh, shit. Okay. So boundary here is, and I mean this with the utmost love, mind your business. Mind your business. If they're not asking you for help, don't offer it. And even if they are asking you for help, you can say no. That's a lesson on a lesson. And maybe it's magnified for you because this is a Virgo full moon and you're a Virgo, whether sun, moon, or rising. Virgo traits, I tend to go towards burnout. So really give that help to yourself. Help yourself. Help yourself by not helping anybody else. Just for a minute. You seem to be outstretched, overextended, and to your limit. And I'm not saying never help anybody again, but right now, put the brakes on. Put the brakes on. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Oh, we're almost halfway through. We've been talking a lot. Okay. We're chatting Cathy's on here. All right. When it comes to Virgo, where do they need boundaries? Give me 3 cards and we'll start with the past energy. And whoop. Oh. Knight of Sides, we got glory once again. And yes, there are repeating messages. Ooh, but slightly different. Victim mentality. Victim mentality. So this person that you're supposed to stop helping is creating their own problems and acting like the victim. And they want you to save them. And you have been comfortable in this position because you want to see the best in this person, but they're basically taking advantage of you for your generosity. And it's like, it's not my fault, and all these bad things happen to me and I don't know why, and please help, and I need this and I need that, and can you come pick me up, and blah blah blah. And I'm getting this could be you as a parent with your child getting older, and that's that, you gotta fucking stand on your own 2 feet. But if this isn't, or if this is like a relative and they're a grown ass adult, then that's a definite no. But I'm definitely getting of overstepping the bounds and you overextending when it's not necessary. And I feel like tough love has got to come in here at some point of like, I helped you so much, but I got to stop. And that's I feel like you may have already cut this person off from help. It's like, listen, I'm always going to be here for you, but what if I'm not? And you may not have to be the one to give them the hard lesson. Is what I'm getting with this. Ooh, okay. So what is the present energy for Virgo and where they need boundaries? Because that's a boundary. That's a hard one to be like, no more money. You're getting cut off. Or I'm not here for you. I'm not answering the phone. You got to figure this out on your own. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. This is saying cut them off. 3 of Pentacles reversed, like, I taught you everything I could. And again, I'm still getting this parent-child. Even if it's not a parent, like, mostly parent-child vibes. But if there's somebody in your life, whether it be your partner or a relative, where you're kind of in this parental role, you got to stop. And it's like, I showed you everything I could, everything that I was comfortable to do, but now it's too much and it needs to stop. And when it comes to boundaries, if you place a boundary with somebody and they get pissed off, then they were just using you. And they're like, well, fuck you because you were supposed to be helping me this whole time. What are you getting out of it? Are you getting anything? Really think about that. Again, these are questions I ask myself in my own life with my relationships of what are you getting out of this? Again, if it's a child, it's different. But if it's a grown ass adult, really think about this. What am I getting at it? And I know like it sounds selfish, but it's like if you're helping, and then it's like the cup is dry. Or when I need help, who's helping me? Really think about that. And what's the next move you want to make? Okay. Future energy. When it comes to Virgo, where do they need boundaries? Judgment. Yo, look at that. That's Anya. Oh, yo. I don't even know how to describe her, but she's like a demon learning to be human. And she's very like tone deaf, but brutally honest and very, 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 very. Okay, so this is on brand for this story because this is telling me that you have to be the asshole and you have to be like, listen, I know you hate me right now, but I'm doing this for your own good and you're going to thank me later. And that's the position that you're going to be in with this person, where it's like, I was there for you. I did this for you. I taught you that, but I'm done now. And you got to stand on your own 2 feet. And this is a perfect example of boundaries. And it's like, all right, you can be mad at me, but this is what I got to do. And again, I'm very much getting that parent-child relationship, but it doesn't necessarily need to be that. All right. I mean, there's not much more else to say about that one. So you can take that with you to the full moon in Virgo. Service versus sacrifice. That was like on brand. Virgo for the Virgo full moon. Okay. All right. So now we're moving on to Libra. And Libra starts at 5151. We got a synchronicity. Okay. All right. Back to the Oracle. You know what? I have another tarot deck, the Angels and Omens one from the Amazon Prime show. I think that one would be fun to use for the next full moon video. All right. When it comes to Libra, where in their life do they need boundaries? When it comes to Libra, where in their life do they need boundaries? Give me one oracle card. And I'm going to shuffle real good because even though I'm struggling with it, but here, shuffle more. If there's a repeat, there's a repeat, but I'm going to try to shuffle a little extra. All right. Oracle. Ooh, don't fight me. And I like seeing different cards. These are fun. All right. When it comes to Libra, where in their life do they need boundaries? Boundaries for Libra. Finish line 444. All right. We got a new one. Woo! All right. So so I feel like 444 is significant for you, Libra. So check that out. So whatever your goal is, again, keep that to yourself and whatever your goal is, because you're working on it. And if you share it with certain people, they're going to try to sabotage you. And that's been a collective theme and message through a lot of the reads, unfortunately. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot deck. Okay, so where does Libra need boundaries in their life? Give me 3 cards. Where does Libra need boundaries in their life? Give me 3 cards. All right, past energy. Where does Libra need boundaries? Whoa, it's Goddess Willow, 10 of Chalices. Ooh, okay, so in the past, this tells me you're manifesting and you have a lot of goals. And, I put this in the little blurb for the full moon of Virgo. Are they attainable goals? Are they realistic? What can you do to work towards them? And again, working with your feminine and masculine energy, feminine of trusting that everything is going to work out, and masculine of doing the thing to work towards that. And when you have those two balanced and working together, you're golden. You're golden. And I feel like this is a long time coming. You may have been working hard towards these things and understand that you do have a support system, but I feel like you're in the driver's seat. So you're the one to make decisions. Libra, I know you don't like making decisions, but you are the one. So be that person, make the hard decisions, and move on to get to what you've always wanted, what you've always dreamed about. Because this is about your dreams, long-term goals, and really getting what you want. And if this feels really far away for you and it feels like it's really difficult, you're right where you're supposed to be. And to just trust that it's going to work out. Okay, so in the present, where does Libra need boundaries? 5 of Chalices. Oh, it's Buffy working in the diner in LA with, forget, she used some common name. I'm about to go on a Buffy trivia. My sister would know. I should ask her. Okay. So, oh, wow. So you have chalices. You have 10 and then goes to 5 in the present. So that means whatever your dream was, it got crushed. And it was because somebody else was in the driver's seat and you let them make decisions for you. And in the back of your head, you knew. You knew this was going to happen, but you didn't want to be responsible. And when you put your fate in somebody else's hands, it doesn't end up being good. And that's what happened. And you lost a lot. You lost a lot, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't happy. You can come back from this, but you have to understand like where you went wrong to not repeat that again. Again, these are, lots of themes to be working in a full moon. What worked? What didn't work? And really ask yourself, like, where could I have said something? Where could I have been vocal to say, you know what, this isn't the right move? And especially if it's something that also affects you in your life, take the driver's seat. All right. When it comes to Libra in the future, where do they need boundaries? Yeah, because boundaries is talking about, listen, I appreciate your input, but I got to tell you how I feel about this too, to compromise. That's rubbing up right on the boundary of somebody else and see how they feel about it. So you got, it gives me a minute because they're all in Roman numerals. So I'm still looking at this 6 of Sides with the 6 of Swords, which is Oz as the werewolf, and it's a 6 of Sides reversed as your future where you need boundaries. Okay, I'm going to need a minute to think about this. Okay, so where you need boundaries, okay, so you got to take a pivot. You got to say, listen, I let you do your thing, but now this cannot happen. And this is saying, speak up, be vocal, and take the driver's seat. And your decision will affect somebody else, but don't let that scare you, because you can use your intuition and your balance of energies to see the finish line, to get those goals, and be like, I told you so. I knew what was up. Have the courage to be the one to decide, because I feel like you have this power within you, Libra, and let it unleash, let it unfold. And people realize, like, whoa, like, where did this come from? It is within you. You just got to let it shine. Let it shine And this is going to help transform your reality, transform your experience to be in a better situation. Okay, because breaking boundaries is also about believing in yourself. Breaking those limiting beliefs. That's a boundary that you put on yourself. Yay, we're learning things. Okay, so that is the message for you, Libra. And you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. Scorpio's next. Okay, when it comes to Scorpio, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Scorpio, where do they need boundaries? And Scorpio starts at 1 hour and 5 seconds. We broke the hour, folks. When it comes to Scorpio, where do they need boundaries? And I'm shuffling good because I want to see a new card. Attachment. Okay. Number 15. Okay. Scorpio. Ooh. All right, I'm getting 2 stories with this, so I'll go. Story number 1. You are attached to physical things. You like having your what is that? Your subscriptions, your Netflix, your comfort, and that's all good and well. But what is that keeping you from? What is your comfort zone keeping you from? So you put up too many boundaries and you just cut out the outside world completely. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal. It's almost the like a dissociation I'm feeling of. I want to be in my bed. I want my Netflix. I want my snacks. I want my clothes and my jewelry, but I ain't going out there. That's what I'm getting. You don't want to be out there. You don't want to challenge yourself or feel uncomfortable, and you have put up way too many walls. I mean, look at this chick. She got all those boxes and she took her shoes off, even though she still has shoes on, and she's like, nah, I'm comfy. I ain't going nowhere. And that's okay to be there time from time, but I feel like you're way on the other side, way on the other side of all the other signs of like, don't talk to me, block, I don't want to hear it. Anything that rubs you the wrong way and you're just like, no, I'm done. And the other story I get with this is enmeshment, attachment to another person to the point of codependency of, if you're dating somebody of like, I always need to be with you. I always need to be around you. And who are you talking to? And who's texting you and whatever. And it's like, where's your life? Where's your life? You're enmeshed with this person. So take what story resonates and we'll take that into the tarot read. Okay. When it comes to Scorpio, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Scorpio, where do they need boundaries? And give me 3 cards. And we'll start with the past energy. Boofy, let me know. All right. Past energy. Where does Scorpio need boundaries? Oh, 6 of Stakes again. All right. 6 of Stakes being 6 of Wands. The only person in your way is you. The only person in your way is you. And I feel like that's because of the comfort. So whether you resonate with story number 1 or story number 2, you are comfortable in silence and you are comfortable with this person. And it's saying that there's a world out there that you're cutting yourself off from and not experiencing, and you put up too many boundaries. And there are things out there that you want, but fear is paralyzing you. So All right, I'll give a moment to talk about each one. So if you resonated with the object story, being like, what are you afraid of happening? Like when you go out there, because we come to know if you have any. I feel like Scorpios, you're very like in tune with like New Age and spiritual concepts. So we understand law of attraction. If you think something bad is going to happen, then it's going to happen. If there's a past trauma or hurt, maybe you need to deal with that and ask yourself, do I think this is going to happen again? Is this realistic? Is this what is the word I'm thinking of? Is this like actually going to happen? Is this a logical belief that I have? Cuz a lot of the times it's not. And I get wanting to protect yourself, but this is overboard. And then the second thing is who you are with this person. If you resonated with the second story, who you are with this person that you're enmeshed with. Is this really you? Is this who you want to be? And did you change for this person? Did you make yourself mold in with this person? Like, did you start liking what they like because you wanted to feel like they were your soulmate? And really question yourself, because let's look at this card again. It's Buffy looking at herself, and it's like, who are you? Who are you? Is that really me? Is this what I really want? Is this what I want my life to look like? And I feel like Scorpio, you're good at that. You're good at like understanding yourself and where you've been and having that awareness. Okay. So presently, where does Scorpio need boundaries? Knight of Chalices reversed. Oh, so this was Spike when he was a human. Fuck, I forgot his name. William. Spike when he was a human and he did all that poet stuff. So Knight of Chalices reversed. Ooh, that's reinforcing what I just said for Scorpio. You're very afraid of getting hurt. You have these walls and they're thick. And it's saying, the question is, where do you need boundaries? But this is almost the opposite concept, where it's like you gotta step out a little bit outside of the comfort zone and stop living where. Ooh, that was weird. Stop living where there were all these heartbreak. You're carrying a lot of baggage and you don't need to be. And give yourself a time to unpack that and really reflect. Like I said, full moon is a great time to reflect on what's working and what's not working. And I'm not saying like this all needs to come apart at once, because that's not healthy either, but just dip the toe. What does this feel like? Okay, the water is all right. Maybe I can put in a foot. Maybe I can put in a leg, and just go that way, because where you're at is very paralyzing. Okay, so for the future, where does Scorpio need boundaries? It's Kendra. It's Kendra. Oh my gosh, this might be my favorite read, Scorpio. The star. Okay. Scorpio. Okay, so your sign theme is transformation. So let me just show you. You go from attachment to Kendra. This is your time to realize, okay, you know what? I needed a minute to be on my own and be in my thoughts, but now I'm ready. Now I have the courage to be out there and fight my demons. And a lot of them are internal. Very on brand for Scorpio. And the boundaries, like, you still need those boundaries to protect yourself, right? But they shouldn't paralyze you. And you can still be out there and protect yourself at the same time. And finding that balance within you, that's part of your transformation. Whoa, that was an awesome, that's awesome read for Scorpio. So you can take that with you to the full moon in Virgo. All right. Okay. Ooh, I think this might be my favorite card in the deck. Yeah, Kendra. It's a shame they killed her off so quickly. All right. Who's next? Sagittarius. All right. My homies. Okay. Where does Sagittarius need boundaries? Where does Sagittarius need boundaries? And we start at 10910. Where does Sagittarius need boundaries? Give me one oracle card. You got the same one as Scorpio. I shuffled. Attachment. Okay. I feel like this is for Sagittarius, it's the story number one with a twist of spending. Boundaries on budget. So similar to the Leo message, but also attachment to comfort and not wanting to leave the house. All right. This is very opposite for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about exploration and travel, but this is the message. Attachment to your comforts and maybe spending too much money on those comforts. So evaluate your time and understand, like, am I doing the best use of my time? Is this self-care or is this dissociation? So not as intense as a Scorpio message with a mix of the Leo of the overspending in the comfort zone. Are you too much in your comfort zone? So are you too much in your boundaries where you're not wanting to share things? Are you isolating yourself on purpose? And what is the reason for that? Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. All right, where does Sagittarius need boundaries? So again, we're getting the too many boundaries with Sagittarius story. Past. 6 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Oh, is that Anya? Oh, the Vengeance Demon. Anyanka. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get the story now. All right. 6 of Pentacles. I believe it was reversed when it came out. So this is telling me, ooh, Sagittarius, you're holding on to a grudge and you're mad. And that's why you isolated. You isolated because you don't oh my gosh. Oh, this is a little bit real and close to home. That's why I was having trouble saying it. You do not want to be around others. You want to be in your little comfort zone because people are pissing you off and you're done. You're done with the generosity, you're done with the overextending, and it's almost turning into bitterness of like, they don't deserve my compassion. They don't deserve my forgiveness. So take a hike. See you later. I'm with my stuff. And this may be something that you already been through, but this is saying like you can be there and observe and acknowledge those feelings, but don't stay there forever because that's not healthy. Oh, I see. See, the repeats are for a reason. And even though it's the same oracle card, it can be a different story. Okay, so for the present, where does Sagittarius need boundaries? Ace of Chalices. Find your compassion again. And maybe you need to give it to yourself first, Sagittarius. And understand that people are at their awareness where they're at. So you may feel like, well, this person should know better, and I don't want to have to tell them, and I don't want to have to teach them, and you don't have to do that, but accept people for where they are at. Accept people for the level of knowledge that they're at. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to watch this for myself, and just understand that some people only know what they know and they don't know what they don't know. So don't hold that against them and just try to see and accept and acknowledge and have some patience for other people because you ran out of it. You ran out of it and you're like, Deuces. Oh my gosh, I have to laugh at this. So, yeah, so that's what happened. But, there's part of you is like, just give people a chance. Like, don't cut yourself off from the world. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, I feel attacked. I feel attacked right now. Okay. All right. So for the future, where does Sagittarius need boundaries? And again, we got an opposite message here. Hi, priestess, which is Tara. I come to really like her in the rewatching of Buffy. Like, I didn't really like, I was indifferent to her as a character, but I really like her rewatching it this time around. So, High Priestess. So this is where you need boundaries of giving people grace and understanding that the level of awareness that you have now, you didn't always have that. And to understand and remember where you were and understand that people are there and maybe even beyond that of not knowing, and don't automatically take it as negative or ignorance or whatever. So open up. So this is saying open up your boundary of not everything is meant in a malicious way. And some people just don't know. And to be more patient and understanding. And that will, so you won't have to be here. And you can go back to your equilibrium. Damn. Okay. Okay. So this is the message for you, Sagittarius, and I'm gonna make sure I watch that one and take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. Service versus sacrifice. So yeah, good message. Good message. All right. Capricorn is next. Ooh, I've never felt so directly attacked like that. But you know what? Honesty, transparency is always a good thing. All right. But that, yeah, woo, that was on point for me. Holy fuck. All right. Okay. Capricorn starts at 116.55. All right. When it comes to Capricorn, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Capricorn, where do they need boundaries? Give me one oracle card. Ooh, that was a good shovel. Okay, let's see if we can do another one of those. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, Capricorn, what's the oracle card for you? Body work. Body work is where you need boundaries. Interesting. Okay. Oh, self-care. Self-care. Okay. So Capricorn, you need boundaries when it comes to your self-care. Do you have a self-care routine? Do you check in with your body and yourself? Because this is saying that this is going to be important for your whole well-being. You'll be able to work better, you'll be able to think more clearly if you make more conscious decisions about, how much are you sleeping, how much are you taking care of yourself. And you may already be doing this, but this is saying to keep at it and to make sure that nobody keeps you from your self-care. And that's where the boundary of a new routine should be. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Okay, so when it comes to Capricorn, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Capricorn, where do they need boundaries? Give me 3 cards, and we'll start with the past energy. All right, past energy, where does Capricorn need boundaries? Seven of Pentacles reversed. So it's Buffy training with Giles. Seven of Pentacles reversed. In the past is where you needed boundaries. Ooh. Okay. So Capricorn, when you are trying to level up, this is saying in the past you trusted the wrong people. You trusted the wrong people who either were not dependable, or trying to stab you in the back, or they just abandoned you. And because of that, you know, you are a specific, this is very on brand for Capricorn. You're very reluctant to ask for help, and then when you finally did and those people let you down, it fucks you up. And I feel like this is why the self-care is important, because this helps establish boundaries of, if I treat myself good, I'm putting out in the universe that if you're going to be in my space, you need to treat me good as well. And that's a really good frequency to be on. Okay, so when it comes to the present, where does Capricorn need boundaries? Page of Pentacles. All right, so the theme I'm getting here is learning, 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 and you're building something. So this could be a business, this could be a hobby or a talent. This could also be personal goals. You're building the knowledge, you're learning something, and you need a support system that is trustworthy in order to do that. So use your intuition to know who is trustworthy to share things with, and if they're not trustworthy, to keep it to yourself. And again, I'm very much getting like this being like career or educational themes. And that's the area of your life where you're needing boundaries. The business, there's a time and place for everything. Not everybody needs to know everything. And if you're in the driver's seat, then you're going to make all those decisions. Okay, so when it comes to the future, where does Capricorn need boundaries? Ooh. Oh, it's Ethan Rain on Seven of Sides, which is the liar or cheater. Okay, so this is Capricorn. This is telling me you still have an untrustworthy person in your circle, and to be very careful of what you share with them. And you may or may not already know who this person is. If you don't, this will be revealed to you very soon. Of they want what you have. They didn't put in as much work as you, and they're going to try to pull the rug out from beneath you. And to be careful, protect yourself, take care of yourself. Your health and wellness is important. And there's a quote that's coming to mind that I shared on my Instagram of, the universe kept you from that table because the host was serving poison. And you have a host serving poison to you. And that's where the boundary needs to be. Stop taking that and understand. And your intuition is going to guide you in this situation with this particular person. The cards have spoken. All right. So that is the message for you, Capricorn. And you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. All right. Aquarius is next. And Aquarius starts at 123.05. Where does Aquarius need boundaries in their life? Where does Aquarius need boundaries in their life? Give me one card. I'm going to take one card. Where does Aquarius need boundaries in their life? Aquarius. Where does Aquarius need boundaries in their life? Find an oracle. Ooh, this was a nice one. Find an oracle. Psychic services. Walk-ins welcome. 44. Number 44. Do you need guidance? Do you need guidance, Aquarius? Okay, so this is telling me, where do you need boundaries? You may need help in figuring this out. You may find yourself stuck in a pattern of why does XYZ keep happening? And you may need somebody else to help you figure that out. I'm not saying that that person is going to make the decision for you, but they're going to, help shed light on what you're dealing with. So maybe you yourself maybe need a reading, or maybe you need to go and buy a deck and do a reading for yourself to find out what is troubling you, what is ailing you, and to see the full picture. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Where does Aquarius need boundaries? I am so glad that I picked this question, because I thought it was going to be super similar for everyone, and because how many areas like do we really need boundaries? But there's still different specific stories. I feel like a very important topic when it comes to people's health and well-being and relationships, all aspects of life, and are really on brand for the full moon in Virgo. Okay, past energy. Where does Aquarius need boundaries? King of Stakes. King of Stakes reversed. Okay. So this is telling me in the past you had a lot of setbacks, and that kept you from being your best self because your focus was taken away and you had to do damage control. So it's like, oh, like I really wanted to build and improve, but we know we can't do that if we don't have the energy. And if we're being pulled in a different direction, it's like, all right, I got to put out this fire, I got to put out that fire. And then that maybe is like what you're questioning on. Why does this keep happening? Why does this keep happening? I need to just be able to do my thing and improve and build and grow. And I can't do that when all this shit is just going wrong. And again, this is in the past. This may have been resolved, but let's see what the present says. Okay. When it comes to Aquarius, where do they need boundaries in their life presently? Ace of Stakes. Okay. So you solved most of the problems, I feel. And you did learn about certain things of boundaries. I mean, this fell within your realm. This was like, okay, I got to deal with this because this is my responsibility. So it wasn't really a boundary issue, but moving forward, it could be. So now that you're building on something new and you learned all these lessons from these challenges and obstacles, you're really thinking about, what do I want? Now that you have a little bit of extra time, I'm not going to say a huge amount, but a little bit of like, okay, what can I focus on? What can I do? And that may be where the guidance comes in of like, what direction should I take? Where should I focus my energy on? And that may be the question that you're asking yourself. So this could be very open-ended. Ace of Stakes or Wands is very like an invitation to do something new, maybe a passion project, something creative, a hobby, something that brings you joy, because I feel like that may be also what was missing when you were putting out all these fires and dealing with the problems. Okay, so when it comes to the future, where does Aquarius need boundaries? 10 of Chalices reversed. Okay, so I see this as advice for you on your journey, on your quest, Aquarius, when you're trying to figure out like, what does boundaries mean to me? Because this may be something that you question. And I feel like, Aquarius, you have really good boundaries, but it's just about, where do I focus my energy? And the advice here with 10 of Chalices reversed, which is Goddess Willow, is even if you get another setback in the future, understand that this is happening for a reason, and it doesn't mean that you cannot achieve your goals. So don't let it completely derail you. And I think that, getting this reading or getting this guidance from, whoever is really going to help you carve a path for yourself, and know that, you know what, it's still a path, it's still a roller coaster, and it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. And I feel like this will help you have a better understanding of that and the role it plays in your life. So that is the message for you, Aquarius, and you can take that with you into the full moon in Virgo. Okay, last but not least, we have Pisces at 129.03. Okay. All right. When it comes to Pisces, where do they need boundaries? When it comes to Pisces, where do they need boundaries? Give me one oracle card. When it comes to Pisces, where do they need boundaries? And daydreaming. Oh my gosh, is that on brand for Pisces or what? Oh my gosh. Okay, get out of the Lululand, Pisces. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. If this is where Pisces needs boundaries, that means you may be way too in your feminine energy of thinking and dreaming and wishing, and this is about more action. So the boundaries is about balance within yourself of turning those dreams into reality and understanding, is this something that is tangible? Is this something I can do? What can I work towards in order to make this happen? Daydreaming is good to an extent. Whoops. Okay. All right. And happy birthday, Pisces. I didn't mean to offend you on your birthday, but there goes my blatant honesty. Or what? Blunt honesty. Yeah. It's all right. We're both ruled by Jupiter. You understand. You understand. Okay, so we'll take that message into the tarot read. Where does Pisces need balance? I mean, boundaries. Whoops. Oh, I said balance for a reason. Okay, balance, boundaries. I feel like boundaries help us keep balance. Okay. Where does Pisces need boundaries? Give me 3 cards. And we'll do the past. We'll do the past energy first. And where does Pisces need boundaries? And boom, boom, boom. 6 of stakes reversed. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Victory. Victory. I know I'm terrible. Okay. 6 of stakes reversed. Okay. Pisces, where you need boundaries and to understand the past disappointments and woes do not need to come with you into the present and future. So let that go and understand it didn't work. I learned my lesson. I accept and I release. And again, really good time to do this is a full moon. Hey, this didn't work, but that's okay because I'm moving on to bigger and better things. And I learned what I needed to learn and I'm okay now. And here I go, and this is part of my experience to help me grow and learn. And this does not need to come with me into the future. And that's the message I'm getting with that. Okay, so moving on. The present. Presently, where does Pisces need boundaries? Woo! I forget the name of this demon, but I remember I think Willow conjured him into Buffy's house, 5 of stakes. Okay, boundaries. So in the present, this is saying you need boundaries within specific conflicts with the people that are around you presently. And again, this could be, professional or on a personal level of you you got to pick your battles. So there's definitely conflict happening. There's definitely disagreements happening, but it's like Do you put your 2 cents in, and to what extent? And and I feel like maybe this is where the daydreaming will do you good of like, you know what? I'm gonna let them figure it out for a second. Nothing it's not dire, but it could end up that way. But if you don't need to be involved, I suggest that you don't. But if it's something directly affecting you, then you gotta say something. But it's definitely not a great situation, and it could be uncomfortable for you. So if you need to interject, and I suggest you use your intuition for this, if you need to interject, put in your 2 cents, go ahead and do that. But if it's not necessary and you can just divert somewhere else, then do that. Again, your intuition is going to help you make that decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Okay, so for the future, where does Pisces need boundaries? Strength. Strength. And this looks like dawn. Yeah, it's dawn. Okay, so boundaries. Okay, again, I feel like the theme here is pick your battles. And if this is worth fighting for, go for it. And when it comes, there's certain things that are worth fighting for. And the boundaries are going to help you figure out, like, is this my realm? Is this my jurisdiction? Because if so, then I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna defend. And I feel like you're already really good at that, Pisces. And if you're not, you're going to learn to be really quick. So buckle up and get ready for that. So that is a message for you, Pisces. And you can take that with you for the full moon in Virgo. And I hope you have a lovely Pisces season. Wow. So that concludes our full moon in Virgo reads. And again, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and tune in and check out my other stuff and follow me on Instagram and reach out for a reading. All right. Have a wonderful full moon in Virgo tonight, everyone. And as always, remember, energy is your greatest currency. Thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.